Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at one of the craziest replays and games that I have ever had in World of Tanks Blitz. I literally just played this battle less than 5 minutes ago, and I was in a VC with a couple of my friends. I was just playing the Atlas, which is the new tier 10 tech tree heavy. I was playing it, talking about the vehicle, whether I should run the single shot or the autoloader, and, I was just having a chill time, and then I pulled out this game, and this is truly one of the craziest battles I've ever had in my 11 years of Blitz. I'm not going to spoil anything, we're just going to get straight into it. Now, the Atlas is an incredibly dangerous vehicle. Before we actually start shooting enemies, I'm just going to do a very brief showcase of the Atlas's armor, and you'll understand why this thing is so dangerous. This is what 275 mils of pen looks like aiming in on the vehicle. Yeah, you're noticing something. Its armor is insane. The upper plate of this vehicle is over 300 thick. The turret is over 370 to 330. Like, basically everywhere, the Atlas is just a giant tomato. And the fact that this thing also has 8 degrees of gun depression means that you can hide that lower plate quite easily, and it's going to be a very, very hard pen. Even loading gold shells, this is what 354 mils of premium pen looks like. Like, yeah, it's going to be really hard to cut through the Atlas. You've got 2 weak points, but they're not as large as you think, and if you're smart, you block it with your gun, and it's going to be a really challenging shot. When you pair that with the fact that this vehicle has a very dangerous autoloader, 2,700 DPM, and a 760 damage burst, yeah, this tank is really scary. I personally think that the Atlas is one of the most underrated tier 10s that has been put into the game. A lot of players probably don't grind this line simply because of the fact it's Blitz Nation. They want to grind vehicles that are historical or at least somewhat realistic. And this tank, not only does it look like 2 butt cheeks slapped together, but it just isn't realistic. But trust me, this is a line that you want to get your hands on. So in the beginning of this battle, we had a bit of bad RNG shooting at that IS-7, and we've only dealt about 500 damage to them. In return, they did about 500 to us, so it was kind of a wash. IS-7 shoots an HE at my turret, probably because they saw just how red this thing is, and they were like, okay, that's probably not the best play. So aiming on the side of the E50, and oof, only 1 of the 3 hit. Okay, let's try again. Dang, only 2 of the 3 hit there as well. Not a great start. And now this bat chat ego pokes me. Bro's just trying to get his clip out into me. But here's the thing. I know when an autoloader is making an over-aggression. And because I actually have decent DPM and a very quick clip reload, I'm going to get a very fast burst into this bat chat, taking 720 of their health off. So even though they did bleed me out a bit, we still have more health than their tank. I got the TVP next to me, and I'm obviously quite safe. I'm hull down. These players cannot pen me. In a hull down position like this, my turret is completely red to the Caro, and it's completely red to the bat chat. The only weak point that they have is my lower plate. So if I'm able to hide my lower plate, it's going to be really hard for them to cut through me. So I tell this TVP, you know what, let's attack. I'm going to aim it on the enemy Caro. Nah, I'm going to go for the bat chat. They kind of annoyed me earlier, so I'm going to take this bat chat out of the game. Boom. Okay, bat chat's gone. Then we have the Caro in front of me, and I'm hoping that we can kill this Caro quickly. Well, that works. Caro drives into me and dies from the ram. Alright, well, that's not too bad at all. Let's start aiming it on the IS-7. And there's 1 burst, 2 bursts. That's about maybe 780 damage taken off of that player. Now, you'll notice that right now we are in a 2 versus 5. And my last remaining teammate is all the way on the other side of the map, with about no health left. So this is not looking all too good right now. I'm going to aim it on this IS-7, and we are going to get 1 burst in, and let's get 1 more burst in. Are you kidding me? 1 health? Oh my god. Oh my god. Now you'll notice the IS-7 hasn't penned a single shell on me, and that's because in a face hug, as I mentioned, as long as I'm using my gun to block, he's not going to be able to do anything. Now, if you look at the top corner of the screen, as we've killed this IS-7, I was just in a 1 versus 5. After killing the IS-7, we are now in a 1 versus 4. But yeah, we have to kill 4 tanks, and uh-oh, we got an E50M poking me. Okay, I'm going to side scrape. There you go, we got a bounce from the E50's heat shell. Alright, let's reload. Now we have enough damage with our autoloader to take the E50 out of the game, so we got 1, 2, 3. We reload, and boom. Okay, E50's out of the game. Not really sure why that player thought they were going to get away with that. Maybe they thought my burst was it, and I was out of shells, but clearly, that's not the case. So the E50M's out of the game. It's a 1 versus 3. We have the Emil 2. 1, 2, 3. Dang. That final shells RNG was not very good. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, he only did 113 damage? Bro, where did my shells go? Man, sometimes the autoloader feels great on this vehicle. Sometimes it feels absolutely terrible. We're up to 5,000 damage, and, well, let's keep going here. We're naming on the lure plate D75. There you go. Okay, we don't get much into him. Alright, we got the stair rope, and nice. Okay, shell goes right where I aimed, and wow, the Emil actually manages to hit that. That's crazy. The thing is, I don't want the C75 to be able to hit me, so this is not a great situation I'm in here, but now that the E75 has moved up, this is a lot better. I'm going to load gold, and we're going to get one burst into the E75. We're going to reload. 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to try and stop the C75 from hitting me. Boom. Okay, we get a 390 bounce. Perfect. Now I'm going to reload for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. I should have focused more on blocking that E75 shot, to be honest, but I really didn't think he was going to get the reload out. Either way, we're up to 6,585 damage, 6 kills, and it is me versus the Emil 2. Now, as we've seen, that Emil 2 did pen me once, and was also able to HE me. So it's not like they're the worst player at this game, but at the same time, I'm very well aware that my armor is good enough that this Emil is not going to be able to pen me very reliably. Let me just pause the replay really quickly here. Let me show you guys what my armor looks like to the Emil 2 so you can just get an idea of how strong it is. This is what the Emil 2 sees when loading gold with Kali. So the only spot that they have are these 2 windows right here. Everything else is red, and if they're loading standard, they literally have no opportunity. Even loading HE, they really aren't going to do any damage to me. So the armor on this vehicle is very impressive, to a point where I really don't think the Emil 2 can pen me unless they actually know where the weak points are. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to cross. I know where the Emil 2 is last spotted, and I'm assuming that they're still somewhere over there. So I'm going to try and cross wide here, hopefully without the Emil seeing me. I'm paying attention to everything going on, and we're going to keep going wide. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, we hit the Emil, and we cross before he gets a shell into me. Good God, I had my speed boost ready there because we were able to use it and cross that gap for free. And not only that, but we brought the Emil 2 now down to a 1 clip. That penetrating clip there made up for the previous 2 shells absolutely screwing me over and not penning the Emil 2's track wheel. We're up to 7,000 damage now. Can we take the Emil out of the game? All right, well, we're going to move up. I was a little nervous about pushing up here, but I said, screw it. I'm going to take this player out of the game. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's 1 burst damage. And 1, 2, 3. Emil gets taken out of the game. Their heat shell dunks into the dirt. Just like that. 7,400 damage dealt. 4,500 blocked, and a 7 kill 1 versus 5. What else do I need to say? I mean, this was truly one of the craziest battles I have ever had in World of Tanks Blitz. Getting a Razane Eyes, getting a Mastery Badge, and a Golovanov's. What an insane battle. This was truly crazy, earning over 400,000 credits in this battle with 1,885 XP. So, if you were wondering, should I grind this line? Should I not grind it? I would recommend to grind this line. I would argue that this is potentially one of the most dangerous tier 10 heavies in the game. And it is really shocking to me that not many players are grinding this or even messing around with this vehicle at all. So I would definitely try this thing out. It's pretty crazy. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.